Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of SHOREVIEWKEN, coming to you from the A Button Retro Game Bar right here in Akihabara. We got our beer, we got our games, so we're in a good mood. Dennis is here as usual. Dennis, how you doing today?
Doing especially well.
Ah, he's especially well. Very good. We always like it when Dennis is especially well. When Dennis is happy, we're happy. But today, we have a very special review to me because this is my favorite game in the Metal Slug series. It is Metal Slug 3 on the PlayStation 2. This is a game that has it all. Zombies vomiting big blood cannons out of their throats, an elephant with machine guns strapped to it that shoots lasers out of its trunk. It's got alien invaders and giant robots. Everything you want in a video game, it's in this one. So let's check it out right now. This is truly one of the best run and guns ever made, in my opinion. It just brings together everything so perfectly in terms of gameplay, graphics, sound, and the sheer madness the game throws at you. It almost makes me think that this was originally going to be the last Metal Slug game ever, and so the dev team just decided to throw everything into it. Tanks, planes, and machine guns mounted on camels? Yes. Hordes of zombies? Yes. Invaders from outer space? Yes. Giant fiddler crab with a huge arsenal of artillery strapped to its back? Hell yes. There's just such a random assortment of ideas and settings in this game that it doesn't seem to make very much sense, but it's senseless in the most wonderful way. Let's start with the gameplay, which is obviously very similar to its predecessor, but adds a lot of new things too, like a good sequel should. All 4 playable characters return from the previous game, and you can play through this game alone or with a friend. There are 5 missions to blast through, and the final mission is as long as all the previous 4 combined, and every stage has a ton of hidden secrets, such as bonus point items, extra weapons, hidden vehicles, and entire alternate routes through each stage. There are a ton of weapons to pick up, including classics like the heavy machine gun and shotgun, as well as the uber-powerful laser gun and enemy chaser, and the crappy drop shot, which I never saw the purpose of. That thing sucks, like Earthworm Jim's bubblegum. There are also some more unusual weapon power-ups to employ, like in Stage 2, where you can pick up a thundercloud that literally strikes your enemies down with lightning, and you get some help from an orangutan in a diaper wielding an Uzi, which is all kinds of awesome. And speaking of Stage 2, it features probably my favorite thing in this or any video game really. You can turn into a zombie, making you immune to all bullets, and more importantly, giving you the ability to launch a blood vomit cannon attack that annihilates everything in your path, and I defy you to name something more badass than that. Of course, this wouldn't be a Metal Slug game without some kick-ass vehicles to commandeer, and there are a bunch to find scattered throughout the game. The classic Metal Slug tank makes its return, and it's just as awesome as ever, but you also get access to a very cool submarine, which evokes memories of In the Hunt, another great game developed by Nazca, and you can find a drill tank in one of the game's alternate routes that mows down everything in its path, and you can use it to violently penetrate the giant slug monster thing from Starship Troopers, which I get a kick out of. There are even a couple of flying shoot-'em-up segments where you have the choice of an attack helicopter or a Harrier jet, and even a rocket ship at one point for some vertical scrolling action. All of the vehicles aside though, you also get some help from the animal world. In addition to the aforementioned orangutan, you can also mount a camel that has machine guns strapped to it for some extra firepower, and better yet, in Stage 2, after fighting your way through a bunch of Sasquatch monsters, you can ride an elephant that has machine guns strapped to it and fires lightning bolts out of its trunk as you mow down waves of zombies. Damn it all, the more I talk about this game, the more I love it, and you'll need every one of those weapons, vehicles, and all of your skills to get through this one without dying a million times, because it is a tough damn game with a never-ending slew of enemies to mow through, and some absolutely epic boss battles against everything from giant crabs and maniacal robots to a Mayan space god thing and an alien brain queen. It's insanely fun, extremely challenging, and offers plenty of replay value. In short, it's one of the best run and guns ever made. But what is a great action game without some nice graphics and a killer soundtrack? And Metal Slug has those things too. This is an amazing looking game with a whole lot of color and detail tucked away into every little nook and cranny. Every stage is like a work of art, and the design of the characters, and especially the bosses, is just amazing. Huge, detailed sprites all around, and I couldn't be happier with the way this game looks, and the soundtrack is pure awesomeness. It's a mix of hard-rocking, heavy metal tunes that really drive the action forward and create a vibe of pure ass-kickery, if that's even a word, as well as tunes that have a wackier sound and even some that drive up the tension and make you feel like the stakes are really starting to ramp up. In short, every track sounds great, every stage looks great, and everything about the gameplay is pure joy. It's Metal Slug 3, my favorite Metal Slug game, and quite possibly my favorite run and gun of all time. If you haven't played it yet, it's been ported to pretty much everything ever, so rectify that situation as soon as possible. You won't regret it. So there you go, everybody. Metal Slug 3 on the PlayStation 2. Probably the cheapest way to play it. There are Metal Slug collections. You probably find it digitally. And if you have about $1 million in your back pocket, you can pick it up for the Neo-Geo AES. But again, favorite Metal Slug, the game that has it all. So thanks for watching, everybody. And I will see you next time with more SHOREVIEWKEN. See you then. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more just like it, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to follow me on other social media, links are in the description to my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon, where you can receive things like Japanese snacks, manga, and video games in the mail every month. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.